This is wartime, this is our time, we will be denied. Feed the fire that is raging inside. This is no time, this is showtime, we will fight till their wills are broken. This is game time and it's game time, let the madness fly. Show the strength that just can't be defied. Find the power to...
Alright everybody, welcome back to another review. So I'm gonna go through this real quick because I am so tired. I don't even know why. But the show opens up with basically a meeting where we see Dutch Mantel, JB, Price, and also Josh Matthews involved. I don't know why he was in that meeting. I mean, I understand JB being involved, but Josh Matthews, I don't get that. And by the way, this whole thing with Josh Matthews now being involved and getting being used so much, we're actually the ones to blame for this because TNA knows we dislike this guy so much. So TNA basically took advantage of them, and that is called marketing. Okay, just like how society is to blame for this Cash Me Outside girl who's gonna become a fucking millionaire. This bitch is literally getting her own TV shows, and you're the ones to blame for that because she was just a regular disrespectful little bitch on Dr. Phil's show. And you're the ones, and society is the one that kind of basically spread this whole video, made it a meme and all of that. So it caught the media's attention, so you took advantage of that, which is also marketing. So I don't blame Dr. Phil for this at all. And this is exactly how the media gets you, okay? Because of this sheep mentality, paying attention to things that aren't even important and such. So, but anyways, after that we had a in-ring segment where Jarret comes out, talks about knockouts, and she also apparently has a problem with Sienna because of her behavior, and she wants Sienna to apologize to her in, was it 10 or 15 seconds, something like that. So Sienna then came out. The exchange between these two, by the way, was really terrible. I mean, I don't know who wrote this script, but it was really poor. And I don't blame Sienna at all for this. It's more Karen Jarret that I blame for this. And there were some points during her exchange where it almost seemed like she couldn't remember what to say. She had to think before what she needed to say popped in, you know. But not long after that, you have this big dude, KM, coming out, who plays the roles of Sienna's cousin. This guy with a lot of intensity on the microphone. It's like, holy shit, dude, calm down, we hear you, you know. In my opinion, he was overreacting too much. He reminds me of Crimson because that's exactly how Crimson is on the microphone as well. But so now he gives Karen to apologize to his family for in 10 seconds, 15 seconds. And after that, we had Braxton Sutter coming out to save the day. So while they were walking out, Karen then tells KM that he has a match with Braxton later tonight. After that, we have an X Division match, DJC versus Andrew Everett. The chemistry between these two is phenomenal. Like, this was such a crisp, smooth match with the moves and such. Really good match. Andrew Everett ended up winning. After that, Shane Helms came out and basically told Andrew Everett that he might have an opportunity for that title next week. Then we see a short replay of ODB and Rebel's match, and then we had an interview with ODB which she said that she's glad to be back, and then she was like looking for EY. See what she did there. And then we had Earl Hebner coming to her, then they went off to drink beer or whatever else they did. Then we had another segment. There sure as hell was a lot of talking tonight, which featured the knockouts with Rosemary coming out, JB calling out Rosemary, and I really was pissed off at JB for saying that Rosemary has been the most dominant knockout in TNA history. That is so fucking bullshit. So fucking with my intelligence right now. I don't know why he would say something like that. Why they would go with something like that. It must have been such a slap in the face for Awesome Kong and all the other greats. But completely disagree with that statement. But anyway, so he asked Rosemary what's next because she has, you know, beaten everybody. But then ODB comes out. ODB kinda introduces herself, saying that she's the original knockout, 4-time knockout, something like that, and that she's gonna become 5th knockout after she beats Rosemary. And then Rosemary kinda runs off, so to speak. But while she wanted to do that, you had the rest of the knockouts coming out in the ring, and you had Madison Rain saying that she deserved a shot, and Brady Rose that she deserved a shot, and so a fight broke out. Then we had another ring segment between EC3 and James Storm, where basically EC3 apologized to Karen Jarrett, and he kept on bragging about him needing to become the real EC3 again, needing to become champion again. And then James Storm came out because he didn't hear EC3 mention his name, because EC3 mentioned AJ Styles and Bobby Roode's name. So James Storm told him that he's an original and that he built this son of a bitch, which is true, by the way. James Storm is so fucking good on the microphone and in the ring, and is still so underrated. But James Storm is definitely in my top 5 amongst the men in TNA. But the exchange between these two was really entertaining. I like this segment though. So it ultimately ended up to them having the fans going to decide which one of them should face Lashley. And oh, by the way, seeing how James Storm came out, I don't know if it's official that the DCC is separated now. If that is the case, then I completely disagree, because I wouldn't want it to be. I wouldn't want the separation to be like how it was in last week's show. At least have the 3 fighting or whatever. But if this is how they're going to have the DCC separate, then it's a hole and they need to fix it. But it's not official yet. But James Storm came out with the suit or the mask or whatever, so we don't know. I don't know. We'll still have to wait and see. Then we had the Impact Grand Champion, Cody versus Moose. The first round went to Moose, the second round went to Cody. Also, an incident happened where Cody unintentionally kicked one of the judges. Then Cody got distracted because he wanted to give Brandy a kiss, but she didn't give him a kiss back, kept on bitching, walked off. So that's how he basically got distracted, and Moose got the upper hand and got the win. I expected a lot more from this match. It wasn't a bad match, but it wasn't an all too great match either. Was just okay, but Moose retains. Then an announcement was made that next week is going to be a Knockouts Battle Royale to determine the number 1 contender, and I am looking forward to that match. Then we had KM versus Braxton Sutter, also an okay match, nothing too great or whatever, but KM has this awesome finisher. I forgot what it's called. I did see it on Twitter where a guy asked him what that finisher is called, and he responded back. I think it's something called Ego Destroyer or something like that, but it was a sick move. That's how KM got the win. Then we have the tag team match: Laredo Kid, Gaza Jr., DK, Reno, Scum, LAX. A lot of shit went down in this match. Everybody did their thing. Obviously Abyss did very little because he keeps on doing the same moves. But anyways, the rest did their thing. There was a point in the match where Laredo Kid did this really awesome move, kind of like a front flip on the turnbuckle and such. I think Gaza Jr. did something similar, but this match was a good match. You know, everybody had their spotlight and such. Rosemary tried to come to Gracie Steve's aid, but we had Diamante taking care of her, which, by the way, I have my eyes set on Diamante because she's a badass bitch. I love her attitude. I love girls with attitude like that, by the way, if you haven't noticed. But LAX ended up winning, so your new tag team champions, LAX. Is this how they do it? Something like that? I don't know. I need to watch it again. So yeah, there you have it. The tag team division is stacked because, remember, some of us were complaining or having an issue with the division being so small, because you literally only had like Decay, the Hardys, and who were the other ones? Bromance in that tag team division, which led up to the same people facing each other each week. So it's good to have new faces. Maybe not the faces that we asked for or wanted, but doesn't matter. It's just still new faces, and that's always good. Everybody deserves an opportunity after working so hard and such. So it's a good thing. So now they need to work on the X division, because the X division, in my opinion, is still really slim. So at least bring in 2 more guys, you know. And some of these guys in the tag team actually are X division material, though. So they can definitely have some of them compete in the X division as well. But that's about it. Thank you for watching. I had someone ask me if I'm going to watch WrestleMania. I said the fuck no, especially when it's the Walking Dead season finale tomorrow. So I won't be watching WrestleMania. I have no interest for it. I also won't be watching the night after WrestleMania, which has become a tradition nowadays with the show after WrestleMania. But I won't be watching. I'm not interested. I'd rather watch The Walking Dead. Okay, so that, which is going to be hella fucking more entertaining than the WWE, and which is gonna have a lot more ratings than the WWE WrestleMania, by the way. So, but that's about it. Thank you for watching. See you guys next week. I think this is how they do it. I don't know. But anyways, see you guys next week.